Episode 12 of Baruch Shemo. So while speaking about this important topic of Baruch Shemo, a number of people have contacted me, both in person as well as via text or phone call, saying, wait, we don't really hear Baruch Shemo. Are you sure? What are you talking about? What's going on? And I realized that a lot of these people are rather young, if you will, and they don't know what went on. So let me backtrack for a second. So these same people also asked, well, you're talking and you mentioned Rabbi Yosef. What is his ruling? What is Rabbi Yosef's ruling? What's his father, what's their ruling on this topic of Baruch Shemo? So let me backtrack. Everybody, rabbis and lay people alike, men, women, made no difference. Everybody answered Baruch Shemo all the time. And you would especially hear it, obviously during the Amidah, but during Hazara, but more so you would hear it Saturday night, Mosei Shabbat in Havdalah. The people would answer Baruch Shemo. And then in the early 70s, you started hearing every rabbi of the community. Remember, the community was much smaller, but in all the synagogues, the rabbi would get up and say, if you want to fulfill your obligation with the Havdalah, the Hazan is saying, or that the rabbi is saying, do not answer Baruch Shemo. If you answer Baruch Shemo, you're not going to fulfill your obligation. And they would repeat this same announcement week after week after week after month after year until it was really entrenched and the people learned not to answer. And it basically eradicated the answering of Baruch Shemo. And this is all based upon Rabbi Obadiah Yosef. Rabbi Obadiah Yosef wrote about it earlier in his Halachot and Halichot Olam. They came out back in the 60s in the Kol Sinai magazine. But once he became the Rishon LeZion, the chief rabbi, in his volume of Sheilot Tshuvot, his responsa, Yehavedat, in volume 4, he writes about this in Siman Tet, and he says, any beracha to fulfill your obligation with, you should not be answering about Baruch Shemo. His son, Rabbi Yosef, in his Ein Yishak, volume 3, goes on for about 10 pages or so, fighting this custom of answering Baruch Shemo to berachot that you're fulfilling the obligation with. And among that, he collected about 24 different sources of different rabbis who come out against answering Baruch Shemo to berachah to which you want to fulfill your obligation. So be that Havdalah or Shofar or Megillah or Hallel or Kiddush or anything of the sort. And his main source, he has obviously many sources, but his main source that both Rabbi Obadiah Yosef and his son Rabbi Yosef follow is Rabbi Shmuel Abu Hab, who's saying that this is who we've mentioned before in an earlier episode, that this is an interruption in the beracha. It's as if you're saying Baruch Atah Hashem, Baruch Shemo, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, etc. So you're adding words to the beracha, and therefore if you want to fulfill your obligation, do not say these words. And this is their main argument, and this is what they have basically taught the masses over the last 50 plus years. Do not answer Baruch Shemo to a beracha for which you want to fulfill your obligation. That is their stance. Now, do all the rabbis agree with this? Are there arguments against it? Is it proper? Should we abandon a long-standing, centuries-old custom? This is what we're going to be addressing in upcoming episodes. But just wanted to put this out here because many people have been asking about it. Why did we grow up without Baruch Shemo so much? And why do we only hear it once in a while and not in every beracha? So this is what's going on, and we'll address it in the next episodes. Have a wonderful day.